I use town hall meetings, judge what we're doing. The bill's out of committee, but if we have issues, and I'm going to try and fix them, and that come up, and that's true with any legislation, anything, because that's my job. But I have to admit, I don't come here and take a poll and say how many people want it or don't, because I still have hundreds of thousands of people that I owe a duty to, because they're the ones that I represent.
They don't care enough to show
and I
up.
appreciate those of you, our constituents, coming, because in the past, and those of you who have, know that I take these very seriously. And they're not something that just people come and cheer and chant and everything else. So let me take two more questions. Pardon?
Different sizes.
Okay, are you a constituent? Okay, stand up so everybody can hear you.
My question is as a healthcare provider, not as a patient. I think a lot of the anger and uproar that I hear these days is because people are concerned about the government's intrusion on their ability to make decisions for themselves and for their business. As a healthcare provider, I provide a very high-level specialty care, and I'm one of only a few people in the country who do it. I opted out of billing Medicare years ago for my patients because Medicare decided not to pay for it. So I go around and do my business as a private healthcare provider, healing people and treating them, and I do not bill Medicare. And they choose to pay me for it, and they come from all over the world to do so. Now I'm getting letters from the government saying that I am breaking the law by not billing Medicare as a healthcare provider when my patients want to pay me for care. So,
under current law,
yes.
you shouldn't be getting those letters because doctors have the right not to accept Medicare. And although in our district, most healthcare providers have to take Medicare because a huge part of their patient base is Medicare. But there are doctors in the Woodlands and Katy and everywhere else, even Kelsey-Seybold, that decided they wouldn't take Medicare. So you have that right without the government telling you have to.
So I'm telling patients, you can pay me, but the government's telling me they can't pay me for care.
If you live in our district, I'll find out why CMS is doing that, because the only thing and I don't know what other laws, but if you're licensed by the state,
fully licensed and registered.
in fact, even the bill says if you're licensed by your state, you will be eligible to be under this bill if you're a medical provider. We don't license doctors and nurses on the federal level.
But that's why people are afraid of the government getting in our business, because they're telling them that they can't pay me for care, even they cannot opt out.
That's just not right.
But it's happening.
And,
It's happening.
What part of our area?
You're saying it's not. It is. She's telling you it is.
The closest office is on I-10, and if you can either send me an email and put your home address, and we will contact you. I have to get a privacy release form from you because we can't do anything without your permission. So. But that's not true, because I had a disagreement one time. In fact, my wife knows, but my mother-in-law went to an assisted living center in the Woodlands. We looked for a primary care physician up there, and got him. Well, we got him, went and talked to him, met my mother-in-law, so we could go take her when we needed to. About 2 years later, he sends my mother-in-law a single-spaced three-page letter, and said basically he's dropping out Medicare. My wife got it to me; she was still teaching at the time, and I called him and I said, I know you. I said, you know, she's an Alzheimer's patient. She can't read the first paragraph, much less a three-page legal space.
But we can't stay in business and take Medicare.
Well, in our district, most doctors in hospitals, and I can tell you, our hospitals in our area, whether it be East Houston Regional or Bayshore serves a lot of area in Pasadena, they take Medicare, they take Medicaid, although they don't get reimbursed as much, although they also take a lot of free care through the emergency room.
That's why I think there's a different solution of balancing who pays what, rather than the way it is now, where if I bill you $150, and Medicare would pay me $35.
Well,
there's got to be other solutions. I don't think this is the solution.
Well, Blue Cross uses, most of the insurance uses also the Medicare payment system, although they do negotiate better rates than Medicare.